everyone. Alright, so I'm filming a video in my front yard thingy again. So I don't really know where this video is gonna go, but yeah, well, today's actually November 26th, which was the morning I decided that I wanted to kill myself the next day, or I guess the same night, which was November 27, 2014. And here I am, alive and happy. I've grown, I've changed, I've done a lot. So basically I want to talk about what happened after my suicide attempt. Well, around 4 o'clock, November 27, last year, 2014, I ran away from home and I had the mindset that I was going to kill myself. I was found, I got out of it, I was put in hospital, then I was discharged later, and I grew a tightness with my family. I grew trust with my family. I learned how to be honest with them as much as I could. I will never be 100% honest with them. There are some things that they won't understand, some things they won't know. Drop. I really need to get a tripod, shouldn't I? I had a lot more spare time because I actually got kicked out of school because of that attempt, other reasons too. But I had a lot more free time. I went back to my drawing, I went back to my art. With my freedom, I got to choose to learn. I got to choose to research on things I was interested in. After my suicide attempt, I got a job. I was working at a restaurant for 7 months. I made close friends with the people that I worked with, made close friends with my boss. I partied like a motherfucker. I went to raves, I went clubbing a lot with my best friend, and I met really cool people. I fell in love after the year of my suicide attempt. I fell in love with a guy named Trevor. I fell in love with him, but I left Taiwan and he had to go finish his university, and I came here. I came all the way to Perth, to a place I've been once in my life for maybe 3 days, not even. I came to a place after turning 18, staying somewhere I didn't feel safe. I had to make friends on the street. I had to make friends online, and within the first week, I already had a social life. I already had a fucking awesome social life because I met the most amazing person ever, Blair. Finally, I moved into this house with 3 other roommates who are fucking amazing, and I'm happy. And after my suicide attempt, I'd fall down a lot. I fell into really bad addictions. I fell into being a hobo, spending some time on the streets. I spent time feeling like I had to prove myself to people, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I tried to prove myself to people because that's why I did all those things, and now I have something to lean on. I changed my hair color a million times, which means I changed my phase in my life 1,000 times. I changed all my social media at one point. I think it was late February or early March. I changed it and I pretty much fell off the face of the earth. That's also when I started to run away from home a little bit. I went on holiday to Guam. I spent a month alone. Just thinking and learning about things. I did a hell of a lot of things. I tried acid for the first time, and shrooms, and I tried things that changed my life. My suicide attempt changed my life, made me appreciate little things, because before my attempt, I didn't appreciate breathing. It wasn't something I needed to appreciate, and now I appreciate every time I'm able to breathe, pretty much. I appreciate life. I was at such a low point, and there is no doubt in my mind that I will not reach that point again. I know for a fact I could not go any lower than I was at that point. And from that point, from starting from the very bottom, things will only start growing for me and start looking like things are actually gonna work out. Obviously, after my suicide attempt, a lot of shit went down as well. I still have depression. It still bothers me every day. It still hits me every day. It still is here, but I'm able to cope with it more because I'm learning to understand myself more. And when I understand myself, I know what's going to help me. I know what's going to distract me. And sometimes when you're in a really bad state of mind, you do need a distraction. You gotta distract yourself from death. And there's so many other things I've learned in the past year. The past year I learned more about my mind. I learned about how my body works. I was also jogging a lot. I used to be very athletic, and I continued jogging back when I was in Taiwan. I think I jogged once here, and that's about it. Yeah, I basically learned a lot of things. I learned about things I was interested in. You don't need to go to school to learn. That's the thing about it. If I really want to learn something, I'm gonna research the fuck out of it, and I'm gonna learn. You know, education is timeless. I see people studying at age 50. Look at me, I'm 18. I haven't been in school for a year. Probably won't go to school until May. But I go to colleges and I see that there are 50-year-olds still studying. And that's because education is timeless. There's no limit to what you can learn. There's no, oh, I'm 18 or oh, I'm 21, it's too late to go to school. No, it's not. Time is on your side. There's a hell of a lot of time. But no, that was really lame. Basically, I want to show you guys that after being at such a low point, you can't get any lower than that. Things will only be better, and every time you feel like shit, like you feel like shit, and you look back to something that was way worse, you kind of just see it in perspective and just see that you're doing fine, and that you are okay, and that it doesn't matter like what the fuck happened, that you're okay now, and you'll always continue to be okay. And even when you feel like that you're not going anywhere, that you're not doing anything, and that you're just stuck in the same spot, then you gotta change something. You have to change something, because you can't complain about feeling depressed all the time when you're not changing a thing. Change can be as little as cutting your nails. To me, change is so big. Coloring my hair is a change in one of my phases of my life. My theory is that the biggest set of change is your location, and that's why I came here to Perth, because I wanted a clean fucking slate. But you can change the people you hang out with. You can change your outlook. You can change the way you take things in. You can change your style. You can change the way you do your makeup, because when you change something, you're gonna react to it differently. Whether it's you change your hair color and you're like, damn, I fucking love this hair color. Now I'm gonna walk out feeling like a great person. That's why change is so amazing. And we always have to be so open to change. And I think the only reason why I continue to grow is because I'm so open to change. I am so willing to change, because without change, where would I be? Where would anyone be, you know? So I've grown so much. I've grown a lot ever since my suicide attempt, and it's been a year. And I've done a hell of a lot of things that I can't even say on the top of my mind. You can just watch my video collages and see all the shit that I've done. I've achieved so much, and I wouldn't have achieved it if I didn't hit such a low point, because I'd live a mediocre life without seeing death so closely, without touching death so closely. I will fall, but I'm okay. Like, look at me. I'm okay. And you are too. Trust me. You are okay. If you got oxygen in your lungs, if you got blood in your veins, then you're going to be okay. And you are okay. That's the thing about it. Anyways, this is a very sappy video for me, because I'm so proud of myself. Like, there's so much I did. There's so much change I overcame. And I'm okay. So, hope everyone's having a lovely day.